Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and I welcome all of you back for another Rage video, where tonight, ladies and gentlemen, it is that time again where we are actually going to check out another national anthem, and we're also going to check out from the nation of Poland. It's going to be our choice for tonight, and there are some pretty interesting things that I've only just found out about Poland that I kind of had the impression that it would be that they would be sort of like a little bit obscure, but aside from having some of the oldest renditions of Bibles and oldest renditions of castles and salt mines, some of the oldest in Europe are situated in Poland. There is also the fact that vodka actually originated in Poland, and it was not a Russian invention, which, credit where it's due, I never would have got that. Meanwhile, just to give you an idea of the sort of things that I have found out, is the fact that when I was in secondary school, one group of people that I probably got along with probably more than any other were a lot of the Polish kids, and they were a pretty mixed bunch. Some of them were rowdy and very, very rough. Some of them were very, very gentle and very, very soft. I almost want to say guys as well. One guy in particular who had a very lazy eye and a very playful misdemeanor as he got older and all that. And they're all a really interesting bunch of people, and it's good luck to them all, by the way, no matter where they are. In fact, even one of my oldest friends as well, who is now happily married, and her wife, they've been married for nearly 3 years now, coming up to August, and she's half Polish herself, which I think is absolutely tremendous. Just because there's no reason why it shouldn't be tremendous. You know what I mean? That's just let's get that straight. It's absolutely wonderful that there is this just great level of diversity and culture in this great nation. You heard it from me first, ladies and gentlemen, because you know what? If you don't hear it from me, then you're just going to hear it from somebody else, but maybe not nearly as passionately. So there's that. So if you guys want to check out the original video for yourselves, links will all be in the description down below. And I believe the national anthem is actually called Mazurek Dabro. I'm going to actually look up exactly how to pronounce the national anthem, just because, again, I want to make sure I get this right. How do I pronounce the Polish national anthem? It shouldn't be that hard to do. And how does it translate into English? Come on, let's just give me what I asked for. Written in 1797 by Joseph Wybicki, and a melody that involves the life from a Polish folk tune. Also known as the first line, "Poland is not yet lost," or "Poland is not yet perished." So it's a very similar title to that of Ukraine, and it's not. I can't necessarily see why not. I mean, they kind of share the same design flag, just slightly different colors. So let's get straight to it. Poland has not yet perished. In 3, 2, 1, and. And actually, that's very interesting that they would almost mention Bonaparte's law, or I think it's pronounced as Bonaparte's law or Bonaparte's command, which is sort of the diplomatic system that Napoleon Bonaparte did introduce to France, not only during his reign as emperor, but he also he influenced constitutional like monarchies and influenced revolutionary ideals to the likes of Switzerland, the likes of would Belgium technically count at this period of history? So we're sort of like talking like mid 19th century. Well, it certainly would have influenced like Austria and Hungary and Poland and maybe possibly Italy as well. And there we go, ladies and gentlemen. That was Poland Shall Not Yet Perish. And I think one thing that you always sort of like you see come out of quite a lot of national anthems is the sort of things that when it's not so much like the things you automatically associate and the things you resonate immediately with a nation that comes out, but also what about what I might say strongly about the people as well. For this is I always associated flags as merely just a country's logo, just a thing that when you picture like a mental picture of what Poland or France or Germany might look like, you just picture something like visual, for example. So a flag is actually a pretty good place to go. And even if you come to something like music, the first thing you should come to mind is the sort of thing that you would picture what might be going through the head of the average Pole, for example. And if the national anthem is anything to go by, it's a race full of people who march into battle like a great dignified, humble warrior race that will march, like I said, all the way from Italy, all the way to Poland, and they will rebuild their nation. They will get up, walk, and then walk back. I kind of like that. It's active. It's meant to be involved, and it's quite an upbeat tune as well. It almost to like the point of maybe propaganda even, but I kind of like the idea more that if they're just the same, that it's meant to be stirring, it's meant to get people to do something proactive with their lives. And also the idea of maybe rebuild was maybe something that they didn't consider during the time, but also it's worth reminding that nearly all of Warsaw was leveled to its foundations during the Second World War, and 80 years on, ladies and gentlemen, it's still, memories of the past are still very strongly felt all the way throughout Europe. And it's a great reminder about the strength of the people, the willingness, the determination, the hope is still very much alive. And maybe when you think about it, just like with what's going on in Ukraine, it's a great reminder that nations do not just buckle and fall apart just because they are intimidated or invaded. The strength of the people is what wins wars, ladies and gentlemen. Because if there's one thing that people like Hitler and Putin never truly understood, is that human beings don't just fall back because they've breached people's liberties. It doesn't work like that. You don't push people without expecting them to be pushed back. It's as simple as that, ladies and gentlemen. And it's the sort of maxim that really every person, not just throughout Europe, but also throughout the world, would do well to adopt as their own. For the march must continue, ladies and gentlemen. There is work to be done. There is always more work to make this world a better place. So anyway, I hope all of you guys have enjoyed this reaction video. Please make sure to leave all your thoughts and comments in the comment section down below. Let me know what you guys felt of Poland's national anthem for yourselves, and I cannot wait to talk with you guys again in the next video. Take care, and bye-bye for now.